Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Ronda here, and I have another video for you guys. So before we get started, please consider sharing this video because I think this would be a really good video to do so you guys can find out some fun facts that you guys probably didn't know before. So with that being said, let's get into this video. So in this video, I'll be doing 10 fun facts that a lot of you guys didn't even know, and I didn't even know myself at all about any of these. So with that being said, the first fact is, did you know Dodge started as a part supplier? Even for Ford built the first all-steel car body in 1940, Model 30, served in World War II with tough military vehicles. Personally, I like Dodge. My favorite car brands has to be Ford, Dodge, Mercedes, and BMW. I used to like Tesla a few years ago, but then I grew out of that, so I'm not really a Tesla fan. However, I got a Tesla fact in this one, and there's also something really interesting that a lot of you guys didn't even know, and I didn't even know myself about Apple, and what that's going to be later on in this video. But I found it interesting that Dodge started as a parts supplier even for Ford, and then they built their first steel vehicle, and it also served in World War II with tough military vehicles, well, trucks. So I thought that was really cool. And don't forget, Dodge and Dodge Ram, if I'm not mistaken, is the same. I'm pretty sure they're the same. So think, you got the Dodge trucks as well. So I wouldn't be surprised that Dodge, if they already made any more recently, make military vehicles, because I think they're really cool. And also, if I'm not mistaken, Dodge is an American brand. So with that being said, let's get on to the next fact. Fact 2 is, did you know what is now called Tokyo, Japan, was once a small fishing village called Edo? I could be saying that wrong, but I guess it's actually called Edo, if I'm not mistaken. I could be saying it wrong. Don't give me the lines. It's spelled E-D-O. It's probably Edo, or Edo, and became the imperial capital in 1868, changing its name to Tokyo, Eastern Capital. So I didn't know Tokyo. I know some places actually in the world was named one thing and then it got changed to another, but Tokyo, what we know as Tokyo, Japan nowadays, was actually a small fishing village back in, let's see, where did I say that was? Oh, it didn't say it in this one. Yeah, I didn't say it in this one, my bad. But it was a fishing village back in the day. So years and years and years and years and years ago, before I was even born. So with that being said, that was fact 2. This one is a really interesting fact because most Americans, or most people, like Starbucks, not just Americans, most people like Starbucks. And Starbucks is a major coffee company in America. Like, I'm pretty sure you cannot go to one town or one state in the US and don't see a Starbucks somewhere. I know where I live, there's probably about 6 or 8 Starbucks is where I live, if I'm not mistaken. So Starbucks is a really popular company, and you don't have to just get coffee there. I think they also sell food as well. And this, you can get this from, I think Food Line now carries them. If you live on the East Coast where you have a Food Line, I think Food Line is an East Coast store, and Walmart obviously have these, but it's kind of hard to find these in Walmart because sometimes they be out of stock, but then sometimes they also have them in stock. So it just depends on if they even got their truck or even have the shipment of it. But this is the Starbucks hot cocoa. It's the classic one. You can drink this with water too, but I think they more advise it with milk. It's more, let's say the cocoa is strong. It's not really sweet to me. So with that being said, you guys need to check that out if you can. The fact about Starbucks is Starbucks started selling only beans, not drinks. The company owns a coffee farm in Costa Rica and has a record label that won Grammy Awards and a grande. If you guys drink these, be careful because a grande can have as much caffeine as 3 Red Bulls. That's a lot of caffeine. And I didn't know a grande had that much caffeine in it. So if you guys out there, you drink that every day or multiple times a day, please be careful because it has as much as caffeine as 3 Red Bulls. That's a lot of caffeine, and that cannot be healthy. What I found was really cool, I did not know Starbucks had a record label that won Grammy Awards. However, there is more facts about Starbucks as well, but I didn't put those facts in here because I want to try to keep it appropriate, especially what one of the facts about Starbucks was. And I did not want to write that down and post it on the internet. So if you guys are more interested, you can look it up yourself at your own risk. But the next fact is, did you know the first ever Apple product was Apple I, which was a single board computer designed by hand. Well, that is really cool. When I heard Apple One, I thought it was more of a phone, but Apple One was actually a computer, which was Apple's first product. But I know I said at the beginning of this video there's an interesting fact about Apple. However, this was not the well, it was an interesting fact, but there's something more interesting about Apple because most people have iPhones nowadays, especially if I'm not mistaken, the new iPhone 17, I think it is. I don't have an iPhone. I have a Samsung, a newer model of a Samsung. So I don't have Apple. We had Apple before, but we had like this. It was like the iPhone SE, if I'm not mistaken, and it was horrible. That's when I was playing Roblox, and Roblox drained my battery so much, so fast. Like it wouldn't even charge. It wasn't even charged for 30 minutes before it went dead when I was playing Roblox. So Roblox on iPhone SE, just so you guys know, if you buy that, don't ever play Roblox on there at all. It'll mess your battery up. So that is the interesting fact about Apple. Now we have another vehicle, and it's actually Tesla. I think I told you guys that Tesla was going to be on the list for an interesting fact. So did you know the Tesla Cybertruck? If you guys haven't seen it, you guys should really check it out. I'm pretty sure most people have seen the Tesla Cybertruck by now or heard about it. I've seen the Tesla Cybertruck a few times, especially where I live. There was like a blue one, a gold one, silver one, mainly a silver one that I see a lot, and I think a green one, and all those. Oh, and there is a purple Cybertruck that also exists too. I saw. So yeah, but I'm not a fan of a Cybertruck. It just looked funny to me. No offense, but I know a lot of people don't like the Tesla Cybertruck. It just, when I see it, I don't know. I guess because it outstands, like if it's in traffic, outstands all the other vehicles, like day-to-day vehicles you see on the road, like a Toyota Camry or a Hyundai or a Dodge Charger, like a simple vehicle or a normal vehicle. But the fact about the Tesla Cybertruck is, let's see, where is that at? Okay, did you know the Tesla Cybertruck has shattered resistant armor glass and can go 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds? Now that's quick. Less than 3 seconds you can go to 0 to 60 to Cybertruck, and that's a big vehicle. It also has the world's largest single windshield wiper. So the Cybertruck has one windshield wiper, a big windshield wiper with just one. So imagine, let's say if you drive excuse me, my allergies are bothering me. It actually don't matter what vehicle you drive, but most vehicles has 2 windshield wipers. However, some vehicles actually have 3, but I think that's more like certain trucks or buses and stuff like that. However, if I'm not mistaken, the McLaren P1 has 1 windshield wiper. I could be wrong, but the McLaren P1 do have 1 windshield wiper, but the Tesla Cybertruck has the world's 1 single windshield wiper, and that is the biggest 1 single windshield wiper, and that is actually really cool. Not gonna lie, but still, the Cybertruck I'm really not a fan of. So that was the fact for the Tesla Cybertruck. So the next one is, did you know the Grammy Awards started on May 14, 1959 as Gramophone, I guess I'm saying that correctly, Gramophone Awards to honor music from the previous year, 1958. The first event was held simultaneously in Beverly Hills, which is in California, and New York City. So it's kind of believable for them to hold it there, especially you got Hollywood and LA. So it's not really surprising that they held the first 2 events in New York City and in Beverly Hills. So that was the fact about the Grammy. So most people all around the globe likes to travel. Most people take traveling by plane. Some prefer cars because they're just scared of heights, but depending on where you're coming from, either if you don't take a ship or anything, you have to use a plane to get across the ocean, because I hope you're not planning on driving any vehicles and thinking you're gonna cross the Atlantic or the Pacific into another country. So I think this fact is really useful for a lot of us. I'm saying a lot of us, like I travel like on plane or anything, I don't. But this one is about airports. So did you know the busiest airport in the world by passenger traffic is consistently Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, also known as ATL. So Atlanta International Airport is the world's busiest airport. That is crazy. I would have thought it would have been the LAX, I think I'm saying that correctly, in California, or somewhere in New York. An airport in New York. I can't remember what it's called. It's like right there, but the airport in New York, I thought that would have been one of the busiest, and maybe the one Miami International Airport. I thought that one also was going to be the world's busiest, but it's actually Atlanta. So in Atlanta, Georgia, they have the world's busiest airport. So my respect to the air traffic controllers, because I know they have a rough job, because they probably can eat flights and constantly nonstop. This is an interesting fact for a lot of us, and I'm pretty sure you guys didn't know, but did you know you roughly blink 14,400 times to, well, 14,400 to 21,600 times a day, averaging 15 to 20 times hold on. I read that wrong. 15 to 20 times. Now that is actually really interesting to note that we blink that many times a day. Well, I'm pretty sure most of us don't pay attention to when we blink, because I probably blinked so many times in this video so far and just didn't even notice. Other than now, because I'm talking about blinking at the moment. But other than that, I thought that was a really cool fact, because I'm pretty sure most of us is not going to count how many times we blink a day. But somebody out there did. My respect to you. So the other fact is, did you know McDonald's is the most popular food chain in America, followed by Starbucks, which is believable. Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, and Dunkin'. It's funny how Starbucks and Dunkin' is on the same list, but I'm surprised Domino's and Little Caesars and all those other fast food chains is not on the list. But McDonald's is holding strong, which is believable because most people like Big Mac or Happy Meal and McFlurry. So McDonald's is the the most popular food chain in America. Now we are on the last fact, and this fact is about Apple. I did not know this about Apple. I heard some things about this particular, potentially Apple's project they was going to do. However, that changed, but this was Apple's original project. I'm stumbling on my words, sorry you guys. So Apple tried to do this. Did you know the Apple Car, or Project Titan, was a decade-long secret project to build an electric self-driving vehicle, but was officially canceled in early 2024. So it was officially canceled in early 2024. So it was kind of recent, just the past few years. Back in 2024, Apple tried to make a self-driving electric vehicle. Mind you, most companies nowadays, like Dodge, Ford, Nissan, Toyota, is making electric vehicles ever since Tesla came out with electric vehicles, self-driving vehicles. Not all of them will be the exact same, but it seems like the world is going to AI and stuff like that more and more, and it's believable that electric vehicles is going to be the new thing. If I'm not mistaken, some states are already pushing for people to get EVs, so it's not surprising. I'm not a fan, again, of Tesla. However, some electric vehicles are actually really cool. I wouldn't rule out that eventually, in the future, that everybody will have to have an electric vehicle versus having a gas-powered vehicle. And then also electric planes, if those even exist. I'm not mistaken, I think I heard something about electric planes being a thing, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be a thing because we have robots, and then all this technology and AI is constantly advancing, and AI is getting creepier by the day. So I would not be surprised that everybody will have to own an EV over the next few years. So that was all the fun facts that you guys probably didn't know, and I did not know at all about these different facts. So with that being said, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified each and every time I upload a new video. This was something different that I did, but hey, I'm pretty sure this helped you guys out a lot, and it was also educational at the same time. I know I stumbled over my words a little bit in this video, or just more than a little bit, but I still hope you guys found this useful. So with that being said, comment down below if you would like more videos like these, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe out there and be vigilant, and I will see you guys in the next one. Aronde out.